Place it on the clouds of days gone by. Let's build a castle in the sky and fill it with love so we can have the light. Something to remember. Let's leave behind the worries and fears and all the dragons we slayed throughout the years. All the stories you've heard are not simply fairy tales. They're stories of how love conquers all. Let's build a castle in the sky. when life seems dark and alone. There may be times when I don't know where I belong. There may be times when illusions cover up my sun, but I know that I'm not alone, 'cause there's an angel walking with me right by the sun, and I don't have to worry about being alone. There's an angel here to hold my hand, and I know I'm never alone.
Yes, indeed, there's an angel watching over all of us. And it's time. It's time to align with the stars. It's time to align with destiny. And if there was ever a time for us to move in the direction and capture the strength and the force of the universe, now's the time. It's as if we all were kind of put to sleep, kind of like a Rip Van Winkle kind of moment. Just knock them out and put the world on hold. But we can't be on hold anymore, because it's time to move forward. It's time for the transformation, the ascension of everyone. There's no running from who you are. There's no more sleeping on the job. If you're called to do something to make a difference in the world, now's the time for you to make the difference. If you're being called to get a better relationship or make a shift, a change, make a move, now's the time. You see, the wheels that have been grinding us forward ever so slowly, they're about to come to a halt. And everything's about to get stuck again in a different way than 2020. And as things begin to get stuck, you have to take a look at what you want to create, and you have to look at what you are creating in your mind. You have to take a close look at what is it that you want to have in this experience. No longer can we rely on the momentum of the planet to push you forward. It is you, it is I, it is we that are pushing forward now the momentum for the shift and change. No longer will we be able to get caught up in a momentum that will deliver us to a place of satisfaction. What's that song? I can't get no satisfaction. Right? We can't get no satisfaction because I tried and I tried and I tried. And a lot of you recognized in 2020 and 2021's beginning that you weren't satisfied, that you didn't really feel excited or happy or harmonious with your life, that you recognized things had to get changed, but you just didn't do anything about it. Well, what's that song? The wheels on the bus go round and round. And we've been going and going and going. And now the bus is stopping. And you got to get off and you've got to get on a different bus. You've got to get into a different momentum, because are the stars out tonight? Yes, they are. They are realigning for like this final hurrah of energy to cheer you on and say, go to the finish line, make a run for it. It's time, before everything starts slowing up and moving backwards and backwards and backwards for what's going to be most of the year energetically. So do you want to have to fight against the current, or do you want to kind of kick off now while we've kind of got the momentum? It's like when you go running, right? You can be in a race and you can kind of lean forward and you can kind of put your energy moving forward. But if you lean back, you can kick back off that back leg and leap forward. It kind of builds a momentum. If you just lean forward, you're going to just go. But if you lean back, before you go, it gives you a jump. We need to jump. We need to jump to it. What is it that you want to change? I feel like a broken record. I think I've been saying this for about 1.5 years now. What do you want to change? Because soon you're going to find yourself in this place that you don't know how to get out of. And that's not a fear statement. That's a wake-up call. I want you all to wake up and realize that somewhere deep inside of you, aligned with the stars, aligned with your birthright, everything's already been planned. And the universe is like, did they figure it out yet? Oh, they're falling asleep on us because they're like, come on, we have it all planned for you. We can get you to where you want to be, but you need to make the shift now. It's a time in your life where the dreamers separate themselves from the doers. You know, a lot of us have been doing to distraction. And the dreamers, they've been daydreaming. But now the dreamers may have the leg up on everyone because they've been envisioning and noticing what they wanted for so long that the people who have been busy doing, now the dreamers can help them. Because the dreamers know what it's like to kind of be there already because they've spent years just daydreaming while everyone else was running around like this busy, busy bee. It's time for you to go back to your dreams and take a look at what the stars have for you tonight, because this is a planned execution from the universe of us stepping into our truest potential and us living our truth. If you don't live your truth, if you're not authentically, unapologetically who you are, yes, we all have things we have to work on and modify and tweak. We're all growing. We all have triggers and insecurities, every one of us. But you have to be you. You can't be who someone else wants you to be. And you can't be a wannabe. You got to be you. And many of you, and I think of a dear friend when I say this, have been caught up in a job that fulfilled them in so many ways, but particularly a paycheck. And there was no denying who they were spiritually, but they had to make the paycheck. They had to take care of themselves. They were by themselves. They had to work. They had to climb the ladder of success, the upper echelon. And then after they dedicated so much time and so much energy into this world of corporate career, they got let go. They got let go when they thought they had proved themselves. Only for others younger than, newer than, could come in and begin to assume the role. Those are the ones that were invited to come in or invited to stay. And this person who had been climbing this corporate arena of rat race elevation all this time, making a decent wage, yes, thankfully so, they found themselves kicked to the sidelines. And they had to take a good look in the mirror of who they imagined they could be sometimes, who they thought they were spiritually, but how dare they perceive themselves to be that way because they're not as well versed as someone who has 30 years experience or as well versed in a subject that they haven't spent enough time in a trade, in an energy, articulating it. So who are they? But you see, early on, like 10 years prior, the universe was knocking on the door saying, look over here, look to the spiritual path, pay more attention to this. But they didn't, they couldn't, whatever their reason was. And you see, so many of you listening tonight, you've done that. But now the stars have finally aligned for people to step into their destiny. So I'm never going to tell someone to quit their job or take this job and shove it. I'm not going to tell you to do that. But I want you all to, I encourage you all to Look inside your soul. Look inside who you've come to be, and pay attention to that whisper, that nudge, that feeling. Sometimes we have to throw caution to the wind. We have to remove ourselves from everybody around us and just go into a cocoon, I guess I could say. I was going to say a hole, but cocoon sounds much better. We're going to go into the cocoon and reinvent ourselves and emerge the miraculous butterfly, but on a whole new path. Who have you come to be? Who do you believe yourself to be? Are you the person that shows up to work every day, or is that the mask that you put on? The universe is going to ask us all to take off our mask, whether we like it or not. You can't lie to the universe. You can't fudge it. You can't fake it. The universe will allow us to have the flow of what we choose to do because we have that very sneaky little thing called free will, which truly makes me think that God is a stand-up comic, just telling jokes on all of us. Yeah, I gave that human down there, you know, the one over there in Ohio, the free will. Let me tell you what they did with that today. Yeah. And then there's the person in Hawaii. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking, aloha baby, but they really got themselves in a mess. And I had them all set up to sing Kumbaya on the beach, but nope, now they're in a bad path. I hope they figure it out. And God's like, what about that person in, NYC, that New York City state of mind? I don't know what state of mind they're in, but they obviously missed the God ferry. They're stuck on the Statue of Liberty. They're not moving. Think about what God must be saying sometimes, but not out of judgment. It's just, everything is so easy, yet so complex. Because we're fighting a conditioned way of thinking our entire life to just simply remember who we are. So in the stars tonight, they're lining up in a way that should point an arrow to your heart, to point an arrow to your knowing, point an arrow to the essence of who you are, and beckon you to make the change. You see, as the planets start to go backwards or retrograde, Mercury lining up soon, and other planets following and actually leading the way, we're going to find that life gets entangled, maybe even sinister. I know that's a big word, not a word I use here on this show, but there's a sinister energy feeling that's out there. And do you know what to believe? You need to know who you are. Do you know what to feel? You need to know who you are. Do you know what to say? You need to know what and who you are. Do you know where your desire is? You need to figure it out. So you don't get caught up in a whirlwind of shifts and changes that are essentially designed to recalibrate humanity in a way that we've never been before. And this has been written about. This has been foretold. Some of the greatest prophets and foretellers of the future have talked about these powerful changes. And it's for us not to resist the change, but for us to embrace the evolution, the transformation of the soul, of the being, of the human experience, to essentially bring you to a more divine place. And you're going to have two choices: to be of the divine place or caught up in the labyrinth of chaos. Because there are chaotic times that have poked their ugly, disruptive heads around us for the past few years. And we need chaos. Chaos is contrast, and contrast is good because it reminds us what we don't want. It shows us a better way. But where's the contrast in your individual life? Because essentially that's what you can control. And what you need to readjust in your personal life, and stop making excuses. It can happen if you allow it to happen, whatever change you want. But you're thinking that it has to be orchestrated in a particular form because that's how your human mind can conceive the execution of your master human plan. Which, by the way, God laughs at he who plans. We don't need to plan. We need to be. And we need to be true to ourselves, because as this labyrinth of chaos and shifts begin to happen, you want to be at the ends of the labyrinth on your way out. When the chaos erupts and people are caught not knowing if they should go forward or backwards, and they're caught up in a cluster mess. You know what I really want to say, right? This cluster mess is going to be huge. But you want to position yourself to know thy truth, and to thine own self be true. That's why I talk about my friend who lived a career life for 20, 30 years. And now finally, is on their spiritual path. I'm like, it's about time. But they always knew inside that they could do it, or that they should do it. They just didn't know how to make it happen. They didn't know. And then the universe slams you down and pauses the world that you think you know to help you identify the world that you know you know. I remember when I used to stand in front of a room full of people and try to assure them that a methodology of a sales and what I thought would be the outcome would be. I would tell them, listen, this is what you put forward in the sales meeting I would give. And I would explain how to do it and the way to do it. And then I would talk about the reactions from the buyers and what to expect. And I never painted this rosy picture of everyone's going to love you. Everyone's going to say yes. It's so easy to sell. I never said that. I said, you need to be authentic. Back then in sales, you need to be authentic. You need to understand what you're offering and how it will benefit the person. And then you need to let the person make their own decision. You see, God is the consummate salesperson. The consummate salesperson never sells you. They make you think it was all your idea. Yeah, the angels, your guides, they've been planting seeds of greatness for quite a while. Probably hitting their head against a few spiritual kingdom walls. But they've been planting the seeds. They've been giving you the clues. They've been encouraging you and soft selling you. But when I would stand in front of a room full of people and I'd say, and this would be the outcome, I would look at them and I could see they'd be like, I could see that in their eyes. They're like, but how do you know that's what's going to happen? And I would stand up in the room, and I'll never forget this. I was not on my spiritual path, but I would look at them and I'll say, listen, this is how it always plays out. And I saw the question in someone's eyes, like, well, how do you know it's going to be that way for me? And I looked in the audience and I was like, I know, like I know, like I know, like I know. Because I knew. I knew the study of people. I knew the reaction. And I knew that everyone I was teaching how to do what I did, that I wasn't painting this everything's coming up roses paradise for them. I was painting a story of something that they could grasp their heads around, grasp their being around, their insecurities could be okay with, so they could see themselves in that position, and they too could do what I did, and therefore they would know what I know, and the outcome would be correct. And I promise you that God is doing the same thing. God is giving us all the tools that we need so that we could know what we know that we think we don't know, but we know, so it would all line up. And this final push, and I say final push because you're like, Lord, Sarah, we just got out of 2020. They're like, I don't have my mask here, but like, take the mask off. They're like, you can like try to live again. Watch what they tell you. Because we never stopped living. Normal never changed unless you put more importance on the external than you did to the internal. For a lot of spiritual people, normal never changed. My business closed for a couple of months. But from a spiritual perspective, nothing really changed for me. I went inside, I did my work, and I do my work for others. And so when the world tries to recalibrate itself, the world, the planet, community, society, humanity, you need to understand how to do you. How to do what makes you happy. And what you were called to do. We can no longer live a lie. You can't live a lie. You got to take off your mask. And when I use the analogy initially in my vision, I'm not talking the mask. I'm talking that face mask that is like the movie The Mask, where you pull it off. You got to take off your masquerade ball mask and stop projecting into the world an illusionary version of yourself because that's what you think the world wants to see. Because it is the cumulative projection of all of us sending out, propelling our external, non-authentic self into the world that has created most of the illusions. From politicians to just the everyday person. The world is a stage, my friends. And when you look in the sky tonight, tomorrow night, when we lead up to this full moon coming up, lunar eclipse at that, when the shadows are cast on the light, you need to know you stand in the light. You can't stand in the shadows anymore. There can be no shadow on your face. You need to know the light. You need to understand that there is a mission for you, and everyone has their way of expressing their gift. And it's being with the right person, the right partner for life. It's being with the right friends, the right community, the right job. It's being with the right role in your job. It's seeing everything, because what we learned from 2020 is that life was precious and short, and we took so much for granted, and now we could just, with the snap of a finger, have something change. And we had to wrestle with that fear, the fear of life and the end of life. And now it's like everyone on the planet who is transforming through this difficult time, you've made it through. Don't let your guard down now. As a spiritual being, your guard should be up more than ever. Don't let your guard down. Shield up. We're in our Starship Enterprise and we are hitting some hostile fire. Because now the light is doing battle with the dark. And the light will always win. But I don't really want to see your spaceship get all banged up. I want you to know like you know who you are, and I want you to feel like you feel inside of your being, and I don't want you caught in the labyrinth of chaos, not knowing which way to go. Which way did he go, George? I don't want you doing that. There's no right or wrong, but there's an easier and less challenging way than the path some of us may still be on. And there's no judgment here. There's no, you should have done it better. It's called at any moment you can choose to change. At any moment you can ask Archangel Michael to zoom in and assist you in recalculating your route like that. And all of your angels and all of your guides. And sometimes you can just wake up one day and say, I'm going to change and I'm not going to worry about what I need to do to get from point A to point B. I'm just going to make the change now today, before anything else gets more out of sorts. You're the creator of your experience. You're the interpreter of the communication of the divine. And nobody communicates better with God than you, but you have to be willing to listen. And when you're fuzzy, or you feel like you're on the wrong station, and you're like going, I'm hearing wah, 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 I'm not hearing God, that's when you go to seek counsel, to seek guidance. But inside of you is all the answers you need to know. You need to go within. And these next few days are critical to go within and do the work. Because the world is changing. The stars are lining up to point the way to your destiny. Won't you listen? Won't you open up your heart and make it a really, really good time? You know, we wrote a song at the beginning of the pandemic called The World is Changing. And I really think, and we're not prepared for this, so I'll have to give them a chance to jump on board. I really think, before we go to our messages, I need you all to envision what you know, like you know, like you know about yourself. And we're going to just listen to this song because I remember Helena was with me. We had done a show and we did at the piano, which we're going to be doing some more entertaining with all of you real soon, writing you songs. But this was an instant channeled song. And I sat down and Helena was sitting across the room from me and she was at the board. And I just started to play and nobody said a word. Like my dogs didn't bark, nothing. It was quiet. Everything was quiet. And I started, the world is changing now. And it just came. And I realized it was the beings on the other side. It was the cosmic beings, the light beings. It was God. It was the angels. It was our guides saying, won't you listen to your heart? Won't you recognize the world is changing? It's not going to be the way you thought it was going to be, and you're going to need to get on board. So I think I gave enough lead time. Let's play that song for you for just a bit. Bear with us. Take this in, and then when we come back, we're going to do a collective reading for everyone. I got some great new cards to share with all of you, and then we're going to give you your personal messages. Since the stars are aligning, we're going to see what we have. But let's take a listen to The World is Changing. The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path we have
that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your heart.
Open up your heart, everyone. It's time. It's time to jump on board and be your true, authentic self. That was Spirit's heads up that the world was going to change and you couldn't get caught up in the labyrinth of chaos. That was written in March 2020. Just sitting at my piano, not a word, an idea in my head. The chords that you heard, the performance, the writing, all just came upon me all at once. That's the actual writing of the song. It has never been altered or changed or re-recorded. That was it. So truly it was Spirit speaking to all of us that the world is changing. But we're going to answer some questions. I got a chance while the song was playing to look. We got a lot of questions up there on the board. But we're going to do our collective reading for everyone. And we're going to see what's coming up for the group here. I did pull some cards ahead of time. So we're going to take a look at some of those first. And then we've got a few other cards in the decks that we're going to pick from. But I pulled some cards from our Star Card Tarot, which I'm finding quite fascinating. So we're going to pull those cards right now. I have 3 of those cards that I pulled, so I'm going to slide them out. And I'm going to bring it down first. And the first one is the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a time where if we capture our essence, capture our ability to be stupendous and wonderful, we can cash in on the Wheel of Fortune. We can cash in on the abundance and on everything that is meant to be for us. It can be a fortunate time in difficult times. You have to make your choices. And there's money that's coming. There's money that's coming, but not through the traditional ways. You know, the economy and the economic banking and things, they're all going through a tremendous change. And these changes are going to continue. But for those of you who remain true to your heart and position yourself, the Wheel of Fortune will be here for you. The next card for the group here is strength. We're going to all need to stay together, and we're going to need to stay strong so that we can be of energy, of oneness. And the card of strength is also encapsulated by this infinite sign of the heavens, this infinity energy that's around, that true strength that is of the cosmic force of the universe, is never wavering. It is always strong. It is always continuous, and it is always available to you. So I encourage you all to dig down deep and step into your strength. And then the next card that I pulled ahead of time was the Queen of Wands. And I really think that there are messages that are coming to all of you that you need to pay attention to, that you need to step into your strength. We have the lion at the Queen of Wands' feet. You want to capture your cosmic knowing and your energy of connection. And you want to trust your intuition. And you want to use your magical wand here to assist you in the transformation of everything around you that needs to make a shift. And you need to follow this female energy inside, that feminine side of you that is aligned with the heart chakra and gives you so much more strength and gives you the power to overcome. We're going to take some cards and take them from our mystical wisdom. And a card just flew out, so I'm for sure going to give you that one. No, a couple cards flew out, so we got a story to tell you here for the group. So the first one is children. Inside of all of us, there is a child. We want to honor the child within. And the child within is truly needing some nurturing. This is a time of great healing for all of you. And so this child card that I have here before you represents the energy of that youthful being inside of you that is so strong. And the imagination deserves to run wild. Many of us during this past 14, 15 months have been battling the blues. It's been a time of difficulty. We've had to battle the energy of depression, isolation, fear, malaise, even disease. Some of you who became ill either from the disease or other things that were going on. The isolation really did a number on people. It's time to overcome those blase blue feelings and really step into your true power. The angel of miracles steps forward, letting us know that we are always and ever protected by the angel of miracles, and the angel of miracles will always bring forth a miracle for us. And the miracle is ready for you in the asking. It is always going to be given. So what is your question for the miracle? What would you desire to have happen? There's a miracle coming out of this chaos and this darkness. So I encourage you to ask for it. And we were talking earlier for you to be yourself. Well, apparently this collective group was listening, because the next card down was originality. You want to be original. You want to be authentic. You need to be your own unique self. You want to be the person who is true and following your heart and thinking outside the box. We don't need to be caught up in the sheep mode. You need to step out and be your own self. And so this is your time to step out to the original self that you've come to be. And then we're going to pull a card from our love deck, because I know we always got some love going on here. God, it's been a while since we've been able to be on with all of you. So thank you all for joining us on a Saturday night. Love when we spend a Saturday or a Sunday with all of you. Look for some more things coming up. But we're going to pull for the group before we go to our individual questions. We're going to pull some cards. So I'm going to pull 3 love cards. We're going to see what they bring for us. I just love the pictures of these love cards, these heart-shaped cards. hard to find nowadays. We were kind of looking for them. See if we can get more. But here we go. Here's your heart-shaped messages here. So imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving, light creating room for new opportunities in your life. That is the message. So imagine everything dissolving that no longer serves you. And look how beautiful this card is. This is like becoming one, allowing the strength of the tree to take from you all that no longer serves you. And then our next card is the card of emotions are a natural, necessary part of life, but they can also distort perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So sometimes we need to let go of resentment. And what I love about this card here is clearly the person is seeing their reflection. I'm going to say they're seeing their shadow self. And we need to work with our shadow self and let go of the things that no longer serve us. And then if you want love, be aware of what you want and what you're projecting, because the qualities that you want, you have to focus on that. Otherwise, what you're projecting will be that which you attract. And you will attract a reflection of who you are. And if you're not loving who you are, then you will attract something that doesn't work for who you are. So we want to be the reflection of what we desire. And this is a love embodiment. So I think this is going to be a good year for love. I kind of feel like a little love moving on here. Got some let your love shine like a mountain stream, and let your love flow to all living things, and let your love grow. You know what I mean, it's the season. Gotta let your love grow, everyone. Got some love moving on here, and I know we got some questions. Helena, how you doing there? I know you've been quiet, haven't talking, but what's going on?
Oh, it's my turn now. Hi.
It's your turn in the Helena cam.
No, I don't talk that much, but hello.
Hello.
I'm trying some new camera angles here today. I put you in the little corner. It looked like you were as one of the little tarot cards.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
I love that painting that we got there. That's a great one.
Right here. I know my directions. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this eclipse coming up.
Yeah. It's gonna toss up quite a bit.
I feel it already, so I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's coming." I'm like, "Oh, it's here." So
like the British are coming. The British are coming.
Yeah, definitely. But I've been good though. I've missed everybody on here. We've definitely have been thinking of you guys, but we've definitely been preparing some good stuff for everybody.
Got some good stuff. We got some good classes coming up, and we're working with our apprentices. So if you want to study with Sarah Spiritual, you want to be sure to follow the website SarahSpiritual.com, because we'll be launching a program help you connect to your guides, your angels, your mediumship abilities. That'll be coming up in the summer. But we've been working with the apprentices, going through some changes, been doing some stuff on the store website, doing some stuff at the center. So we've been kind of busy, and I've been talking to a lot of you on the phone. So Helena will tell you, I am just a nonstop chatterbox here. I'm talking to people all the time. Helena can't even get a meeting with me. It's kind of crazy.
I have to schedule my meetings with you in between regular meeting time. And speaking of busy at the center, I know some of y'all have seen me there a little more. That's more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been basking in the energy. Yeah. She's got the Expedito Enlightenment glow now, honey.
That purple glow.
Yeah, see, like I got my highlighter on. She's just all highlighter now because she's been running around in the center. But Helena, let's tell them what we got coming up. We got some classes coming up. I know you can load them up for us.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
let me take me out of here. You ready for this first one?
You know what? Let's talk about Wednesday first, though. So this Wednesday,
okay,
because we have some winners we have to give out tonight too. We didn't even highlight that, but we have to give away some prizes to our Facebook and YouTube friends, because our radio friends got prizes on Wednesday, because Wednesday was our 12-year anniversary on national radio. Yay, all of us. So next Wednesday is the night before. It was the night before Christmas and all through the house. Well, it's the night before Sarah Spiritual's birthday. It's a lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse at that, and we're going to be with all of you. So we are building up some stuff, so I hope you join me Wednesday night. We're going to have some more prizes given out on Wednesday night, and we're going to be kind of sharing the lunar eclipse together while we answer our national radio questions, which we normally do every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. So that's some fun stuff coming up. But we got some classes coming up. And the first one isn't even so much of a class as a ceremony. And burn, baby, burn. You got to burn some stuff. Got to like clean up some stuff. Got to like light it on both fires and just go, come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah, we got to have a solar eclipse because we got a lot to burn out and to recalibrate. And we're going to do a ceremony and teach you a little bit about what you need to know as to how to let go and release and put yourself on the path for the second half. I can't believe I'm saying it, but we are coming up on the second half of 2021. So Merry Christmas, everyone, because be here before you know it. Last time I said that, we were all watching Christmas movies in July. And then we watched them in August and September and October and November and December. I thought I was going to Hallmark over D. But that's all right. We made it through 2020. But here we are, and we need to shift our energy for the labyrinth of chaos that's coming. That's like my new little story. That's coming for the second half of 2021. So you got to get in the energy, and that's not a fear statement. That is just things are going to kick up, and you need to know your way. So we're going to do this wonderful eclipse, and it is on June 10th. Hope you join us. It is only 10. You can visit us at SarahSpiritual.com and register right now to be in. We're going to have a ceremony. We're going to all be participating. It's going to be a true kumbaya, burn baby burn moment. So we hope you join us. And then we're going to get you on the path of some learning. You know, I love my how-to classes, and I've got a pendulum how-to class, how to use the pendulum to get messages, how to heal with it, how to connect, how to clear energy. We are going to work the pendulum and show you the meaning of the pendulum, how it can communicate with the spirit world, and how you can clarify your answers and then use that same pendulum to balance your own energy and balance the energy in your home. It is so powerful, and we do hope that you join us for that class. That class is only 12, and that is on June 15th. And then we've got another class, and I promise you this list is going to go on and on, but we're only going to give you 3 for tonight. The next class is crystals. How many of you love your crystals? I got my clear quartz crystal. Hold on. Meantime, Helena's like, I put that there for a reason. So it could be your, I know it, I heard you in my head, girl. So it could be your guide as to where the heck to put the cards, and now you're moving the shit. That's what she's saying over there. I hear her, she goes, did you have to pick up that crystal, Sarah Spiritual? You couldn't have picked up the little one? No, you had to pick up the guiding crystal to guide your little cards in. Well, here's my amethyst heart crystal. Let me put it back in the proper place unless she has my frickin' head.
You know, you can pull it a little closer to you.
Thank
there
you.
you go. Oh, a little to your right.
You like make me think.
A little back towards your left.
Like I know where my right and my left is. Are you out of your mind? I'm on camera and I'm trying to judge it. Like listen, the card goes there. Okay, so that's all we need. The card's upside down, but we don't care. So we've got some good classes coming here. Crystals will be really powerful. How to work with crystals, what the crystals mean. You know, sometimes people go. I love when people at the store. I mean, I only have this one in my hand, so this one's kind of basic, but. This is because I dare move the other crystals. Again, I'll get like SWAT here. But here's my little clear quartz heart crystal, right? I love this one, right? So clear quartz brings you clarity. It's a cleansing crystal. It's got so many great properties. You're going to learn about the crystals. So I could be at the store, and sometimes people walk in, we've got bowls and bowls of crystals. And people pick up a crystal like, what does this crystal do? And I go to the front, and I go, Andrew, tell him what the crystal does, because I keep moving. I don't have time to get into all the crystals, but we're going to take the time to teach you all about the crystals so that you have your own personal cheat sheet, so you know what crystals you need to get, what is necessary for your balanced living. Let me put this one back before I get in trouble. But
I don't care about that one. You can put it wherever you want.
I know, and that's why you wanted me to pick that one in the first place, and I just bucked society and did what I wanted because I was being my true, authentic self like I'm telling everyone else to be, Helena.
Well, we could also put more crystals around you.
We could. Then I'd be glowing, and then we'd take away from my facial highlighter. Okay, so I haven't had a chance to play with my facial highlighter in a long time. So, all right, everybody. I know we want our messages. I saw some really serious questions up there. So I want to be sure to answer some important questions. And Helena, do you have a pen and paper?
No, but I told everybody they should get deep tonight. Should I? You need one though.
I have paper. I need you to. You have a pen?
Me?
Yeah.
I need one. What is this for?
You might want to write down.
Wait. Oh, I know what's going on. Oh, hold on. I got a pen. You know what? I threw a pen in my bag. I ain't got no paper in my purse, but I got a pen.
I gave you paper. I gave you paper.
Thank you.
Like I wouldn't keep her supplied on what she needs. Like, what is the problem here? Lord, people, it's Saturday night. I'm drinking water,
It's Saturday night.
You gonna make
Remember
me
when
drink.
I sang to you that?
You're gonna make me drink, woman. All right, we got questions.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Let's pull them up. They're serious. I told people, let's get deep. Let's get specific. Put all your birthdays in one comment or one chat line. That will help us to display them, just like this first question here.
So, Helena, I'm gonna give you a cheat sheet here too.
I need a cheat sheet. All right.
She's like, what is she doing now? Watch. See, I don't want you to think.
Let me not kick a light over. I didn't have any wine, did I?
No, you didn't get any wine.
No. Okay. Always says Helena is really glowing. You know, when you just go in the center and you leave for the day,
We
your
use a
energy
lot of
does.
glitter too. So,
Your
okay,
energy
Helena,
really does change.
those are the people who are going to win, but I don't know who those people are. I just picked the numbers of the questions, so question number whatever is going to be an automatic winner. And then you can write on your paper their name and what they won, and then we can inbox and figure out how to get you your prizes, because we got some prizes going on here. I promised my Facebook people they were going to get some prizes.
Yes.
All right.
Don't forget about YouTube now.
And my YouTube people,
Don't forget
my
about
YouTube,
YouTube
my
now.
online social media friends and family. We didn't want the radio people to hog up all your prizes, so you get your own prizes. Heck with the radio people. That's the Wednesday people.
This is special. We special.
All right, give me a question, Helena.
Here we go. We got Stephanie Pappas.
Stephanie Pappas.
Does the person I am speaking to where we go? Am I speaking to and connected to have good intentions?
Oh, Lordy. Stephanie Pappas. Okay, so I also pulled some cards for you here. So you have to follow. This is not a cop-out, Stephanie, but I want you to understand. You need to follow your intuition. You need to get your intuition in the game and get out of your head on this one. So when I look at this energy here, Stephanie, and I'm kind of doing the energy connection here, so bear with me before I go into the meaning of my cards. And so Stephanie, I'm going to tell you that last year into this year was a difficult time for you. And this year is a time of kind of putting your foot on a new path. And you most certainly are really getting ready for love. But this person here, you know what? I have here that there's a relationship, and it's interesting. We've got the Emperor, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. We have a male and a female here in the cards, and you know, it's telling me that there is a relationship, there is a connection, there's a strong connection between the two of you. And it's almost a psychic, a spiritual connection. It's got a deeper meaning than what we would notice on the physical plane of the world. So it's more than just, I saw a cute guy, the guy liked me, I liked him, but it's also an entangled relationship. And from that, I mean, it's got some karmic entanglements. And this relationship, from what I see from Spirit, it doesn't seem easy. And I feel as if this person is not in the best place to have good intentions at this moment, because they're going through their own mess, and they're learning how to deal with community and connections, and I feel like they need to advance themselves in something in their life. And so this relationship, although seemingly well suited, can be a complicated relationship. And Stephanie, I want to ask you this. Why are you going after relationships that can't just come together with ease and grace? Why are you going after relationships that are going to make you have to work or chase or wonder? You need to know where you stand. And this person's intentions are foggy, not because they're a bad person, but because their stuff is not together, so they can't show you an authenticity of what they're able to bring to the table. But I will tell you this, that this individual, we are in the month of May, this individual by the month of July, end of July, is going to have a few things that will happen, one right after another, that will either get them on board with their knowing and what they need to do next, and things will kind of fall in line and they'll be a little bit more straightforward and authentic, or they're going to get sucked in this abyss of what seems to be a word of, and I'd love some feedback from you, Stephanie, obligation, like there's an obligation or there's something there that is not really letting them show up 100% for you. And this is what I feel is pushing you to ask, what are their intentions? Because, they're not showing up for me the way I'm trying to show up for them. So I'd love some feedback from you, Stephanie. Follow your intuition. This card here of the beautiful energy of the High Priestess is, your spiritual self, your God self, your intuition. And I love this card. It's so beautiful. And it really represents all the light that you have that's shining through in the darkness. So, Helena, be sure to feed me back Stephanie's feedback as we get ready to continue. Stephanie, so do they have good intentions?
She said spot on, 100%.
100%. But, their intentions aren't harmful. They just may not be able to live up to their supposed intentions, which makes them a little wishy-washy and unstable for you at this moment. But you'll know more by July, so take a step back and we'll see what life shakes them up.
She just said he's gone until July.
He's gone till July. Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I think my peeps are in the building, wouldn't you say? Okay, let's go. Who else we got? Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us on this feed. I'm so glad you're able to be here with us, and we hope to continue to share experiences with you. And Stephanie and everyone else listening, if you ever want a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, we do them by phone, by Skype, by Zoom. We do it any old way we can. And you don't have to be local. You come into the center, or we can do a phone session. This will give us a lot of insight and really prepare you for what's coming up in the labyrinth of chaos, which is kind of how I'm kind of viewing things right about now. Okay, who else do we have?
We have James and Beverly wondering, do you see any communications opening up for us or reuniting?
Okay, James and Beverly. James. Let me tell you. James, major metamorphosis of the meaning of life, and has to reflect on who he is and some interesting connections with the meaning of life for himself. And my beloved Miss Beverly, as I look at you, I see that you're ready for relationship connections and the communications to open. So you're ready. He's not really ready, but I also feel like, here's another complicated relationship. What is with you people in these complicated relationships, like karmic entanglements and blah? Like what? Do we like daytime soap operas or something? What is up? Listen. Things are complicated. We need to open up the lines of communication and not let the blocks, but I feel like the two of you have a block and it's outside of your control, the lines of communication opening up, which makes me feel like something has come inside and kind of driven a wedge between the two of you, and now neither person knows what to think or believe or feel, and there's a block. and I feel like you can't really get in contact with each other in a normal way. And I'm not quite sure why they're telling me that, but there's a reason why we can't quite connect. It's more than just somebody's being stubborn. Interesting transition. But James or Jay Davis want you to know that this is a deep soul dive for you. Who are you? Who have you come to be? There's a lot you need to figure out, and Beverly's ready for relationship, but something's blocking you guys. So love some feedback on that one. Thank you so much, Jay Davis, for that interesting daytime soap opera. That's a complicated one. Oh, no, my spirit guide says we're picking a card from the love deck for Jay and Beverly. Wow. Nature the bonds of your friendship within your relationship, and your love life will definitely improve. So we got to work on the lines of communication of friendship before we really have the sizzling hot, I got some steam heat kind of happening thing. So this is a beautiful picture card here. So we got to nurture this relationship before it ever gets into anything that's really going to be long lasting. Thank you so much. Give me some feedback on that, Jay Davis. Who else do we have here?
We've got Karen G. She
Karen
says,
G.
I am being reviewed by a prospective client. I want this assignment. What is the energy around this? Thank you.
Reviewed by a really good client from what I see. Like, it's not just like anything here. And let's see. You know, here's the best part of where you are, Miss Karen G. You are in the energy of balance. And when I look at this energy here, career and personal life, you're learning to establish that balance. So the only thing we need to do is look up. You and someone else. This is how they tell me. It's between you and someone else. You want the assignment. There's someone else that's kind of chomping at the bit too. I kind of feel like, Karen G, you're going to win. And you know what to do from apprentice class to kind of help beef it up here, baby girl. But I kind of feel like this is an opportunity that is actually meant to be yours. You want the assignment, and I really feel like it's a good fit. And I think the person who is interviewing for the assignment, the person who's doing the selection, that they kind of know that you're a good candidate for this too, and that you give off a vibe. I wonder what that is. You give up a vibe, a spiritual vibe that's different than the other people, and that is what is proving to be very intriguing and can just get you that assignment. I'm going to go to the star cards here, Karen G, and we're going to see what we got going on here. And I'm just going to pick 3 cards from this star card deck for you, just to kind of sum it up. And here we go. 2 of Cups, a union, a connection, an offering. The Lover's card, which doesn't necessarily mean love, and this time I see coming together. And the King of Swords, which to me will represent a contract or legal documents here. So I am feeling that we have a very strong perspective opportunity right here before you based on my cards. And here I love the symbolism here. This makes me think of the compass of the world and money and everything that's abundant. And it's all beautiful here. These are beautiful cards that we got new in the center. So Karen, I'm getting a good feeling on this. So thank you so much. Helena, we got any feedback from anybody that we covered so far?
Just Stephanie from earlier at the moment.
Okay.
I'm sure Karen G will come in a moment.
Yeah, Karen G, give us some feedback here, Karen G. So that's our 3rd person. So let's take our 4th person here.
I got the 4th person. You ready?
Who's my 4th person?
Miss Ednita Gonzalez Vergara.
All right. So, Ednita Gonzalez Vergara, guess what? You don't have that song to play, do you?
What song? Oh, that other one? No, I no.
Okay.
I don't want to
Celebrate good times, come on. There's a party going. Okay, Edna, you are our 4th question that we're answering. I have a secret list here of questions here. Helena knows the number, right? And number 4 is the winner of the question. So you are receiving our reversing spray it's so good for reversing the bad energy and making a shift. So Edna Gonzalez Vergara, we are going to get that gift to you. You be sure to talk to us behind the scenes, inbox. We'll send you a message so we can get that off to you. So Sarah, what can I do to get unstuck and unblocked? Guess what, Miss Edna? You can use our reversing spray designed by SarahSpiritual to shake away the boogeyman. And Edna, you've got to get out of your own head. Sometimes you think a little too much and you got to move yourself into making a change. So I know change is hard and I know that you are feeling trapped right now. So Ednita, what I want you to look at is, what's the one thing that I can change simply with ease and grace? Whatever you can change with ease and grace, do that one thing and let that begin to create a momentum of movement. I will also tell you this, that when I look at the energy around you, the first thing that I'm made aware of is this is a really strong year for you to network and connect with people. So the more you outreach with community and network with people, Ednita, you're going to find that you're going to attract the next right opportunity to unstick you financially, personally, and in your career. Thank you so much for your question for us on Facebook. Thanks so much. And congratulations. You're our first winner of our Saturday night celebration of our Facebook friends. Who else we got?
We're neglecting our YouTube friends a little. Hold on. We got to go to them. We're going to go to Michelle Seuss first. She says, I am a lost soul. Is there a message for me? I am trying to figure out my purpose, but I still don't know.
Lost and all alone, I always thought that I could make it on my own. Since I met you, I barely make it through the day. The words get in the way, and I need you back to stay. 'Cause I need... I just had to sing that to you, Miss Michelle. So, Miss Michelle, a lost soul that isn't as lost as you think you are. I know you want to figure out your purpose and you don't know what to do, but the way I see the energy is that when I look at this, I see that pure and simply, this is a time of changes. This is a time of closing the door, ending things so that new beginnings can happen. This is the door of opening up opportunities for you, but it's a time where you decide you don't want to be somewhere anymore and you close the door. You don't want to be a part of something and you, thank you, open the door and you understand that you have a power inside of you. You are lost because your purpose has not fully been revealed to you yet, and you're going to say, SarahSpiritual, I'm how old and how long is it going to take? But Michelle, you have to think of all the things that you have accomplished. You know, sometimes as our own worst critics, we look at ourselves as what we haven't yet to do instead of how much we've done. And you've left a blueprint and imprint on other people's lives. And you're not a lost soul. You're a soul that's waiting for your next mission. So you're in a holding pattern, circling the airport, waiting for permission to land, and you just don't know where to land. And that's an unfamiliar territory for you because you're used to being strong and proud and loyal and directive and getting things done. And Michelle, now it's time for you to just be and be still. But I will tell you this, that when I move you into the energy of right after your birthday, I really feel like there's a big aha moment and a sense of relief and a letting go for you, Michelle. A letting go that lets you know that you've come a lot further than you thought. And you step into a mission of being, and the word they're giving me is being of service. So you're meant to be of service, Michelle, here. And the dragon is asking you, I pulled the dragon card here for you. The dragon is asking you to discover your courage. And the next card is your creative wonderment. Follow your passion. Well, of course, Michelle's going, but I don't know my passion, Sarah. How am I going to follow the passion that I don't know? Because when you find your courage and you will let your guard down because you know you're protected and you allow your mind to wander into the daydreams of what could be, the dolphins will come in and tell you, don't worry, be happy. So they don't want you to be happy. I mean, they want you to be happy. They don't want you to worry. And the dolphins are going to come in. So something's going to come. We've got the dragons, the dolphins, and then we've got this beautiful wonderment card of, you know, creative. You got to get more creative in your thinking. You're thinking like something's going to hit you in the head and go, I know, but it's a feeling that kind of encapsulates everything you think and feel. All of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, I just feel this is right for me. And it kind of happens. How do you think I got myself into doing this? It's just one day I said, I think I'm going to do this. And the thinking was like, well, here's a crazy idea. You think I'm going to do this? But then the minute I said it, there was like this feeling behind it, like, I think I am supposed to do that. But I don't know how to do that. But I think I know how to do that. I just don't know how to do it. But I think I need to try. And I think I need to just see what happens now that I said that. And sure enough, everything happened. And everything fell into place perfectly. Thank you so much, Michelle Seuss from YouTube. Great to have you on. Love your feedback. Appreciate you greatly. Who else do we have, Miss Helena?
We've got our good friend Tina Calloway asking a good question here. Is automatic writing a form of channeling? She says, I use a video hypnosis disc to help me reach an altered state of consciousness and uses the selenite stone for protection and raising her vibration.
Mm-hmm. And where are we on our winners? Keep an eye on my numbers here, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Miss Tina Calloway, for you, automatic writing, I will tell you, is a form of channeling. That's truly when you let yourself go and let spirit talk through you, much like my scribbling is my automatic writing. See? So that gives me my answers and gives me the information. Now, you may be automatic writing in words, which I do as well, but automatic writing is a form of channeling, and to use an altered state meditation tape is very advantageous. I'm getting here from the guides and the angels, Tina, you need to take a little better care of yourself. I don't know if you're not sleeping right. You need to get a little better sleep. And you're using your selenite stone for protection to raise your vibration. But I also suggest that you use some black onyx and or black tourmaline to balance out that energy and to truly shield you up, and to use the energy of Archangel Michael for protection. It is a form of channeling, and you are on track, Miss Tina Calloway. We're going to pick a card for you. And this is our wisdom cards here. And here we have the earth is changing. And as the earth changes, you need to tune in and channel the energy of love here, Tina Calloway. That's what you need to do so that you can be in alignment with the messages that you're receiving. And I love this purple energy. And the rainbow representing the seven show hands, the seven rays. And then we have the pink energy of love representing Archangel Shamuel. So it's some beautiful, beautiful energy. So thank you so much. And I just got to say, I got to thank Maria from my fantastic nails, because she always does such a great job, right? I got my my beautiful red and gold glitz going on here. We got some chrome sparkles. Who else we got here, Helena?
Our next winner.
Our next winner? Who's our next winner?
Are you ready for this?
Who's our winner? Okay.
You ready for this? Terry on YouTube. Terry Coretta. You're our lucky winner. What did they win, Sarah?
Hey, Terry. Good to have you. Congratulations. And Terry has won our abundance oil. So, Terry, we welcome you for the abundance oil. You put it on to bring abundance here. Yes, Terry, our mediumship class is coming. We're going to be launching that in July. Please follow our page or subscribe to SarahSpiritual so that you can have your information so you can take part in that. So thank you, Terry. You're a death doula and you want to pursue this more seriously. And it is time for you to step into that, because people do need help in the transition. And I would imagine a mediumship class and your ability to tune in and get direct messages will make it even easier for you to make people comfortable with the loved ones that are showing up for them as they're getting ready to exit the planet. So I think that will be a great fit. And Terry, for some reason, I'm pretty sure you and I have met. I'm pretty sure we met somewhere here in South Florida. You got to let me know that, but because I don't know too many death doulas, but I think I met you before, so in Fort Lauderdale or somewhere. But Terry, this is also going to be an important time for you forming some really good relationships with people and networking. And putting this into practice is going to be so important when I move you into the September-October time of 2021. Very powerful change, very powerful shift coming along your promotion of your death doula work that you're going to do, which is going to be so important. We got to see, and I know the pandemic probably slowed up your connections with people, but we got to see so many people go through the transition of the physical embodiment to the other side and do it alone and do it uncertain and do it in a way that they never even fathomed, with the pandemic. So, I know that you bring a lot of joy and harmony to people and make this transition just a beautiful experience. And Terry, they're telling me to go to my Star Tarot cards, which we absolutely love. And I'm going to kind of put the book there so people can get a good picture of what the box looks like here. So Helena, I'll let you take a look at that here. There we go. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover. And this is what the box looks like. And this is a great deck for everyone. And it's kind of modeled after the Rider-Waite Tarot. The artistry is just a little different. So Terry, you are the defender. I have the Prince of Swords kind of coming in. And to me, a lot of times the Prince of Swords, for me, when I read people, represents a spirit energy coming in. And, you have the beautiful black birds kind of going up into the heavens. And, here we come bringing in the Prince of the fight and winning the victory here and helping people in their transition. And we have the Nine of Swords, which in their darkest, deepest moments here, Terry, when people are worried and the enemies have gotten them down and they don't know where they're going to go and they're lying flat on their back in their bed and they're feeling the uncertainty and maybe the worry and the sorrow, and you've got the family around sorrowful, you're going to come in and you're going to make the shift and you're going to bring this peace to them and give them the joy of looking to the heavens here. And here we have this beautiful male energy covered in a cloak, accompanied by the wolf, looking up into the stars. And this is making this beautiful energy transition. So you are on track, and it is going to open up for you. And we know this is going to make a tremendous difference for you. Thank you so much, Terry. And Terry was our winner, and our winner was on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube people. If you know someone who would enjoy this broadcast, please share the page. Tell your friends, hey, check out SarahSpiritual on YouTube or Facebook. We greatly appreciate it. I do hope everyone shows up for our Wednesday night radio show. I can't have a birthday party alone, everybody, so I sure hope you join me, because it was pretty interesting last year. Like, we all spend our birthdays locked up by ourselves, but, I'll be locked up in a radio station getting ready to take the day off the next day, which anyone who knows me would know, like, that in itself is a miracle. So I will be off on my birthday. I am not answering my phone to anybody. Who else do we have here?
Our next winner.
Ooh, our next winner.
Susan Kleinfield.
Susan Kleinfield is receiving our Archangel Raphael spray. So Archangel Raphael is the healing angel, and as I look at the question, she says, Sarah, my mom's very sick, right? But she's stable. Any message for me about her, or messages of anything my birthday is? And she gives me that information here. Let me check on mom. Mom is very sick, stable. But I'm telling you, your mom's energy is feeling kind of tired here, my dear Susan. And when I look at her energy, she's really coming into the end of 2021, really journeying into the essence of her soul and the meaning of life. I also feel like she's talking about a woman who passed. So I feel like she's talking about her mother. And then they're telling me something about, and Susan, you have to confirm this for me, since I can't hear your voice and be on the phone with you. But Susan, I feel as if she's also got a sister in spirit, or there's a female standing, she's a female standing above her, but there's a female standing next to her who's also there with her, and they're kind of trying to keep her connected to the physical and giving her comfort and guidance. But I don't know if your mom's been talking about her mom and a sister. I'd love some feedback for you. but she's going to be holding on for a little while longer here. So she's pretty strong. She's kind of trekking for 95. So she's strong, stable, sick, but she's stable. And we feel she's got a good, solid strength to make it to her 95th birthday. You're going to know more as she comes into, this is where there'll be a moment of decision and shift for her. As we come out of the month of June, there may be a blip in the screen of health. What this means from Spirit is that there'll be something that will happen in her health that, you know, is the time where it could go really, really wrong, or just be a moment and she's right back to where she is and everything continues. And this is going to be something that the shift will depend on how strong she is. I see she's a little tired in the spirit. And if she decides, hey, I want to hang on, I want to hang with my Susan, I want to be alive, I want to enjoy my life a little bit longer and just be present on earth, she will do that. But Mom is very much appreciative is the word I give. And I tell you, you got a strong mom. She's got a strong personality. And I'm sure she was a force to be reckoned with when you were growing up. But she seems like a strong, fair person as well, Susan. For you, I just got to let you know that this time for you is really a time of creativity and really getting the support of people who love you and loving yourself, and really being creative and thinking outside the box for yourself, and really embracing, Susan Kleinfeld, what is most important to you, which seems to be friends, family, and something that serves a reason and a purpose. We have any feedback from Miss Susan, please?
Yeah, from before, she said she spoke to her mom in hospital. That was kind of the last feedback we had gotten.
Okay.
But she is with us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But when I say I see around her mom, Susan, I see your mom in the physical. I see her mother who passed around her. And I see around your mom her sister who passed. So give me some confirmation on that, because I see two people on the other side looking after your mother. One is her mother, and one is a female who stands close to her like a sister. So we'll look for that feedback from you, Susan, and congratulations on winning our Raphael spray. We so appreciate your participation.
She said she spoke to my grandmother in spirit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's dead on. So thank you so much for that. And Mom has a sister who passed, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So those are the two who are with her. So when you feel that she is not doing well, just know that your grandma, her mom, and your mom's sister, your aunt, are taking care of her and looking out for her. And thank you for that confirmation. And congratulations, you're our winner. Who else do we have here, Helena?
I can't believe how well you were like, oh, and she's getting the Raphael mist. Just not even reading the question yet.
Not even reading the question, but Spirit knew what she needed to get here.
We got Lisa Engel Franklin wondering what to focus on now for the next few months. She says, getting older, and I've been a dreamer all my life.
Dreamweaver, I believe we can make it through the night. Oh, Dreamweaver. I got 3 cards here for you, Miss Lisa, and I got to tell you, one has to do with happiness and love. Put on a happy face and let your love shine. We got some love. I know, what am I going to focus on? I know you're working on your spiritual self, your emotional self, but you need to work on your strength. You need to work on your energy of power, your spiritual energy. Our special 7 of Wands here is telling me that you've got a lot of power and focus energetically, spiritually, that's here for you. And there's great creation. We have here the energy of the Wands of love. So we've got a lot of Wands here for you. And we've got the 8 of Wands, which also makes me realize that there's a lot of positive change for you in the energy of balancing and your chakras and the energy of change. So we've got a lot of energy of Wands here, messages, relationship energy. This is you want to focus on relationships. And I am not, let's be clear, Lisa, I am not talking about relationships with family, because family is going to have to figure it out. I am talking about new relationships, new spiritual relationships, new community relationships. I am talking about love relationships, because you're entitled to have love relationships. And if people in your family don't want to play nice and they want to pick up their pieces of their puzzle or their little toys and go sit in the sandbox, and they don't want to play nice right now, then they can sit and pout for right now. And eventually they will come along. But we are not going to sit in the corner of the playground on the bench, wondering when they're going to get a clue, because life is a moving, things are changing, and my friend, you need to count on focusing on you. And if you focus on you, you're going to have amazing strength, amazing power. You're going to have this amazing energy filled of unconditional love. We're going to attract partnership love. And by the time the family comes along, we'll be like, oh, there you are. I didn't even miss you. Okay, what's going on? So focus on you. That's what you should be focusing on, you. Anything that makes you feel good, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad, as Cheryl Crow would say. And embracing the love of self and looking for a love partner, because love is coming. Thank you, Lisa Engel Franklin, for your beautiful Facebook question. Who else do we have? Phew, that was a mouthful.
We gotta go to YouTube. We gotta go to Lourdes. And, oh, hold on a minute. This is number 10.
Number 10?
Number 10 is a winning number.
Number 10 is Lourdes, and Lourdes has now won our Archangel Michael spray for protection. Lourdes Solar, you are our winner, and you win our Archangel Michael spray. Thank you so much for coming on board here. I'm so glad you got to join us. And Lourdes is on YouTube, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Do I see a change in residence for you, and when? I don't know. I think you wrestle between whether you want to change or not. And here I see that this is actually a really good year for your finances. So we gotta shake it up. We gotta work it, girl, because this is a year to kind of build up all the change so that we can kind of close out that financial chapter and move ourselves forward. I'm going to tell you, Lourdes, that if you move, if you make a change, the change seems to be mid-2022 to mid-2024. That's going to depend on what you choose. But I don't see a move this year. I see it more mid-2022 to 2024. So that 2-year period. We'll say June or July of 2022 to June or July of 2024. That's the window of change. It's going to depend on some personal choices that you make for yourself that will determine like the quality of life you want to have and what you're going to do to benefit yourself moving forward. And I also know some of it is built around the intention of love, partnership, showing up at exactly the perfect time for when you get to make your move. So you're not making your move alone, and we have that person by our side. So we hold that space for something to transition in that fashion so everything falls together. So that's why some of the wiggle room is not just based on you, it's based on you trying to hold the space open for someone else to kind of come along. Someday he'll come along, the man I love. All right, we got someone coming along for you, and actually I know you know who he is, so we're going to see what happens next. Thank you, Lourdes Solar, and congratulations, you won Archangel Michael spray, and I have a feeling from my spirit guides, you could really use it, girl, so thanks so much. Who else do we have?
I think we all need a gallon bucket.
We need a gallon of, you know what I love about my Archangel Michael spray? I don't know if anyone's ever ordered it online if you're just watching us, but you can go to SarahSpiritual.com and order our Archangel Michael spray. That stuff also has truth serum in it. I learned a long time ago that there's one aspect of one of the ingredients that I remembered the scent and the name because it was so different as something that my spiritual teacher used to recommend that I wear and use when I went to a business meeting. And he said people will always be truthful. It's like a truth serum. So when I was working with Archangel Michael and I was putting together the ingredients to make the Archangel Michael spray, I had this flash of that conversation with my teacher. And so I was like, Archangel, this is me as a mad scientist in the kitchen making up these recipes with spirit. And so I went to Archangel Michael. I was like, Archangel Michael, can we put a little bit of this in? Because I think this will be... Archangel Michael was like, you go, girl. So it was a powerful recipe that we created, and it really helps people speak the truth. So I know it's going to help a lot of people. So go to SarahSpiritual.com. Archangel Michael, beautiful spray. Thank you so much.
My daily perfume, personally.
Yeah.
We're going to Rima, and she's wondering, do you have any messages or guidance to assist her soul's journey in this retro eclipse? And also, she's number 11, so that's another winning number. So
another winning number. Well, goodness gracious, my darling, you win our Shamuel love spray. Shamuel is the love angel, so we give you a lot of love. So how are you going to navigate these changes? Well, I got to tell you, Rima, that these eclipses are going to kind of, I feel like, and I'm not your astrologer, although if you want to know about astrology, I would tell you to go visit my friend Stacy Howler, destinyinthestars.com. We'll pop that down in the comments, because I have a feeling the way your planets are, and I'm not an astrologer, but just what I'm getting from Spirit is, I feel like these shifts and changes in the retrogrades are going to bring a lot of old things up. Some of them are going to be karmic. And I really feel like when you get hit between the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse seems for some reason it's going to be hitting you a little harder. You're going to want to be aware. You're going to want to be a little more careful about the choices that you make and kind of following your gut and your intuition, because it's going to be like transforming something around you so that it can kind of push you in the right direction. So your soul's journey is kind of nudged in a direction that maybe you weren't feeling brave enough to go. I remember the solar eclipse. I can't forget this solar eclipse. There was a solar eclipse in 2016, and it was the end of March into April 2016. We'd have to look it up to get the exact date. But I remember a series of things happened in one day. My son was driving the car got hit. The dogs were running down Okeechobee Boulevard because they were in the car with him. Technically, the car actually got totaled, but everybody's fine. But one of my dogs was running down Okeechobee Boulevard, which is a pretty busy road here in South Florida. And it's a local road, but it's a busy road that takes you from point A to point B. All roads kind of lead to Okeechobee Boulevard. And then when I got done with all of that, my assistant of 16 years, of 6 years, decided that she was leaving and going to get another job. I got like gut punched. It was like a blow to the head, a blow to the heart, a blow to the stomach. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to handle all these changes? But what happened from those changes was that it kind of taught me how to view things differently. It gave me a different perspective. It kind of forced my hands of a plan I had. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to get a car later on, and I'm going to do this first for my son. Like I had this whole plan. Well, that changed instantly. And then it kind of put to light what wasn't working in what I was doing so that I could make some changes. And that's how I see these eclipses coming for you, Rima. I feel like these eclipses, I don't know that you're going to get hit so hard, but I feel like some things are going to kind of be shown in the light, and you're going to go, oh, wait a minute. No, that's not what I intend. That's not how I feel. And it's just going to kind of spin you around a bit so that when you come around, you see something that you didn't notice before because you were so fixated on the path you thought you should take and how you interpreted it, that as you looked, because they spun you around, you weren't facing the exact angle. You're a little bit askew, and you went, wait a minute, I think that's better viewpoint for me, advantage point. I'm going to go that way. So that's how I envision these retrogrades and these eclipses coming for you. And really, I encourage you to reach out to Stacy, because I know she's going to give you some insight. She has a fabulous chart that she does for all of you, and I think it will help you stay on track for your relationships and your soul's journey. And after all, you got the love spray by Archangel Shamuel, so third time's the charm, and you're going to reinvent yourself just fine this time around. Thanks so much, Rima, for your question, and congratulations on being a winner, celebrating our 12 years on radio and social media, sharing our light and love with all of you. What do we got? What else we got coming up here, Helena? Who else we got?
I think Remo was in our class with Stacy we had.
Yes, I think so. That's right.
We're going to go to B. Mark.
B. Mark.
She says, I'm working on changing the energy where I live to make those changes flow into other places. Is moving to a new place right now a good time?
Well, Mercury goes retrograde on the 29th, so we are not moving at the end of May into the month of June. Do you hear me? But can you make a move? You can make a move. And I'm going to tell you that, wow. So, la, 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 la. Okay, so look at it this way here. This is the year that you have to really embrace the balance between your personal and your career life, the balance of your money and your career, like the balance of your personal and your money, but you also have to balance in your spiritual self. So the move has to be spiritually initiated, spiritually guided. That is what's most important for you in this energy. So is it a good new time for you to move to a new place? The energy will flow differently, but I feel like for you, you're going to have to wait until you're going to have to check when the next retrograde is, but I kind of feel that you're going to have to move in the month of October, end of October. That would be a good time. In the meantime, do some good feng shuiing so that you can have the better flow for your finances, because I feel like finances are going to be really important for you this coming 2022. And I love this card. This is a beautiful card. The card I just pulled for you, B Mark, is the world. So everything as you envision it and you so desire it is going to come to be. I just want you to embrace all the aspects, and you're going to have the world crowned by God brought to you. So you're on the right track. Move some energy for now, but eventually you will move, and October opens up that window for you to make that move. Thanks so much, B Mark. Well, everyone, it's getting a little late. We want to thank you all for joining us. I've been going all day. I was at the center. Thank you, everyone who visited us at the center. We got some new spiritual cards in. I heard some people came and picked some up. But we've got some mediumship cards. We've got, so many. The Voyager Tarot, Angel Deck cards. We've got Moonology cards. We've got Divine Feminine cards. We even have this beautiful Star Tarot. We have mythical gods and goddesses cards. We've got, I just can't even begin. Can you rattle off some more for me, Helena? What else we got in the store there? We got crystals, beautiful crystals like this beautiful clear quartz. I'm allowed to pick it up now, thank you. We even have a beautiful, not this one, but we have if you're looking for a real crystal ball, we have a beautiful crystal ball at the center. We have amethyst citrine. We have aventurine, we have jasper, we have bumblebee jasper, we have flower quartz. We've got everything in there. So we hope you join us. Get ready, we're opening up a new website for our online store. We'll be debuting that very soon. But Helena, what are some of the cards we have there?
We have Getting into the Vortex, which was Abraham and Esther Hicks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You said the mediumship training ones. Absolutely. So, I'm trying to pull up my little video I took here today. I'm going to be posting the Goddess Oracle, the Wild Unknown Archetypes, Fairies, Gypsy Witch, Witches
Gypsy Witch
Tarot.
is a good one. Colette Reed Barron has some cards, right?
Oh, yeah, the Shaman Oracle.
The Shaman Oracle
Crystal
cards.
Spirits.
Yep.
Animal Spirits. Oh, Beyond Lemuria.
Beyond Lemuria. Do we have that box here?
Yeah, we do.
Get me the box.
Oh my
Let's
God.
show them that box.
We have like 3 or 4 in right now, too.
I love that one. Yeah, we were going to use that tonight, and then we decided against it.
We'll save those for next time.
Yeah, Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. It's a great deck. It's really powerful, colorful. It's kind of hard for you to see in the camera, but it's got some beautiful energy here. So, we got some really cool stuff. I hope you visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center. If you're not local, for now, visit SarahSpiritual.com. You can pop on ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com as we're getting ready to unveil that. But we welcome you. We've got incense, we've got herbs, we've got baths, we've got sprays. Thank you, everyone who's been following the show, following the light, following the radio show, our Facebook, our YouTube friends. Thank you, Stacy Holler, for supporting us and sharing with us your astrological know-how. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who works behind the scenes to make this all happen. And my friends and my family who put up with me working to all hours. Sometimes that could be a little like, where is she now? She's talking to dead people again. All right, here we go. But, thank you to everyone. I'm truly on a mission, on fire with purpose. The world is changing, and we want to navigate through these rough, choppy times and be true to ourselves and step into our energy and authenticity. And of course, everyone, big applause. We got to thank Helena, always showing up here. It's a Saturday night. She's here to share it with all of you. I don't think there's a better place any one of us can be. We kind of set up our own little studio to be with all of you. So we've got our own safe space and connect with you all. Stay tuned because we're going to be doing some musical videos for all of you. I'm going to write songs and channel messages just like we were a few months ago. We kind of took a break from that, but we've got the piano and everything all set up for us to play a few songs for all of you and give you messages. Thank you, everyone. We so appreciate you. Have a very blessed night. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you Wednesday night for the lunar eclipse. I'll be on national radio from 6 to 8, so we're going to be in the shadow light together. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. Stay well, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Help me hold the answer we are looking for. Help me open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you be a part of the light? Oh, love, it is the answer now, and we can see love. There's a light, there's a light that shines inside of me. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light that shines inside of you. There's a light in me.